Good morning, chat. How is everyone this morning? Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Miss G's, Mark, Hobby, Inkwell, Soapbox Rocket, Needle Girl, P.A. Barrow, Schmevelin, Tim Godby. Everybody, how we doing? We having a good morning? More like late afternoon? Yeah, we'll have some late night viewing, and we'll have some early AM viewing. Pen Addict worldwide. That's all you need to know. Pen addicts are worldwide. I feel like this morning. I feel like I need like one of those big intros, like some music. Like I need some like hype music. Getting up. I should look into some of those free music to play for the intro. Tired on the smoky coast. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough. I need some more coffee this morning. I'm going with water though today. I have my coffee out there. This room gets hot. Last thing I need is hot coffee making me sweat even more. Start have to wear like the makeup to get my head on right. Kickstarter question mark. Same here. I just checked before I turned on the stream. We are still pending. So I put another little annoying little Instagram out. Good morning, Jesse. I'm good this morning, Tessa. Feeling pretty good. Just chilling. Had a pretty chill day yesterday. Hey, get composted. Pretty chill day yesterday since I didn't have the podcast in the morning. I had a few hours of my time claimed back, and yeesh. A few hours of my time claimed back, so that was good. I had a kind of recoup day, kind of chill. I mean, it monsooned here all day. I haven't checked the rain amount, 3 inches, 2 to 3 inches, maybe more. Jesse with the sub, let's go. Thank you, Jesse. Elizabeth's doing great. She's every day she's gotten better. Like yesterday morning was a little touch and go, but then she was fine the rest of the day. And today, nothing. She's just right in it, right into school. Like I've seen her like twice this morning since school started. Like, and she's like, "Hey, can I have some strawberries?" And my wife's like, "Sure, let me bring them to you." So she's doing okay. Yeah. So we had the remnants of. I don't know, Tony. I don't know. We had the remnants of Hurricane Sally ripping through us still this morning. We're like in the eye now, but like that's long gone. It's down to a depression. But this system needed to move out to California to just dump on the wildfires out there all along the West Coast. Bought an Ajoto pen a few months ago based on a review on the Pen Addict, and I love it. Thank you so much for that. I'm glad to hear that, P.A. Barrow, because that's a tough one, right? Because I love it, and at the same time it's really expensive, so those are always one of the more challenging things to review, right? So I mean, and I'm only going to say what I believe, and I believe it's a great pen, and that's just what I'm going to say, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily a great pen for everybody, right? So that's part of the deal. It's your turn for Sally today. Jackie, we've had roads closed around here. No trees down, no power issues, but we've had roads closed for flooding. It's been heavy. Yeah, Baton Rouge, this one skated a little bit east, and the other one skated a little bit west, so I'm glad, Sarah. But I just replied to your email this morning, too. So today, I think we're done. I'm looking out the window here. As of about an hour ago, I think we passed most of the rain. But I'll have to look at the rain totals. It was enormous. Like, we have a pool at our house, and we were about that far from it overflowing the pool. So I know it's rained like several inches. So, and like I said, roads are closed. So hope everyone else stays the same, and doesn't have too much issues with it. So, anywho. We're gonna talk about vintage pens today. So how cool is that? And we're gonna go through. I think I got every vintage pen I own pulled in here, which is not many. It's like, I don't know. There's different stages of these pens that I have. So there's Kickstarter, no Kickstarter love yet. I just checked before the stream, and it was not approved. So hopefully by the end of the day today, this is a new thing for me with this Kickstarter. I'm used to just like, you know, run it through the approval and then just, you know, be able to launch it whenever I want. And now I'm waiting for the approval. And now I'm like, well, I need to go back and check through everything since it's been, what's today, Thursday? It's been 6 days since I've submitted it. I'm gonna have to go through it and like, do I have everything correct on the project now? Like, because I can't change anything now since I've submitted it. Once it's approved, I can go back and make sure everything's tight and good. It's a very simple project, so I'm not worried about it. It's like three backer levels. That's it. You know, one Sinclair, one Brasstown, or both. You know, something like that. So why do you hate vintage pins, Brad? I don't hate vintage pins. I just don't use vintage pins. Big difference. I definitely don't hate vintage pins. I have some that I really, really like. I just choose to use modern pins. They're more my jam, Jesse. The only pin, it's funny that Jesse's asking me this question. As I was gathering everything up, I have an Esterbrook J, my one vintage Esterbrook, and I don't know where it is. I don't think it might be in one of these cases. But I didn't see the clip, and I didn't dig through all the cases because I wanted to be surprised myself what was in here. Jerkface, what'd you miss? Nothing. No Kickstarter launch. Hurricane moved through, and I have vintage pins to talk about today. So let's see. All right. So my vintage pins. Look, there's Hipster Beaver, that written in rice. That's one of her pin cases. And this is EXB pin wraps. So I think a lot of y'all are familiar with a lot of this. A lot of these cases. So Elizabeth Bowling has been making pin wraps for a long time. That's what this one is. I'll show off the cases. And this is written in rice, Claire, who made this pin case. I think I have like 3 or 4 of Claire's wraps and like 3 or 4 of Elizabeth's wraps. So they're pretty cool. So yeah, these are really, really good. So I keep my vintage pins in. I don't know why. I just keep them in the more fun, kind of cool wraps. I don't know. This feels vintagey to me. All right. So here's the deal. There's 2 pin wraps here, and they're mostly sorted by country. So Japanese vintage, American vintage, I think is what it is. And there may be some mix in between the two. I use my American vintage pens. They're mostly restored and in good writing condition. Japanese vintage pens, I was able to buy a huge batch, like 6 pens from one guy in just bulk, and I've never really used them since I bought them. So what pen case do you want to see first? Classic American vintage or weird, I probably haven't used them, Japanese vintage? This needs some lo-fi hip-hop. What's funny, Jerkface, is I said the same thing when I started this morning. For some reason, I feel like I should have music in the background of the stream today. Like, I wanted music when I started. But if I don't play the right music... I'm sorry, I have the screen flashing at me over here. I have the golf on over here. Let me change this so it's not, like, flashing in my face so much. There we go. That's better. Time to ink up the Platinum Playboy pen. Yeah, I don't think that's even in this case. I have that in a different case. That's like 70s. I think the rest of these are older than that. Man, I spilled coffee on my desk in here last night. That was a bad idea. All right. Schmeblin says American, so we're going to go American. Trying this. Do you have a separate wrap for adult pens? Yeah, that Playboy pen has to sit by itself. It's in quarantine. All right, trying to get me a decent platform here. Japanese weirdness sounds fun. Well, we'll get into those second. So again, this is the EXB pen wrap. So just search Google EXB pen wraps. If someone wants to put the link to Elizabeth Bowling's site in here, that would be great. So it's got like the little leather straps, little beads to tie off. It's like a little kimono. So it's cool fabrics. It's really neat. She does a great job. I don't have any bikini floaty pens. I should get one though. So we'll just take these in order that they come. So first up, Parker, I think this is actually a 61, not a 51, because it's a steel nib, not a gold nib. There's some difference in between these, right? So what's the difference in the Parker styles? It looks like a 51. You know, if you ask me, it's a 51. I just don't know. Wow. And this is one that Thomas Hall gave me. This is really, really great. Great design. Classic design. Black and chrome. That's why I got it black and chrome, obviously. Hooded nib. This one I write with, I haven't inked it up in a while, but I've written with this one many, many times. I've had it inked up. If it's an arrow, it says on the filler. I can't read that from here. What does it say? So it's not like, it's this kind of filler. Like the pump, like the sack. So this is a 61 then, right? That makes sense. Does that add up to what we're expecting? To fill up, press rubber bar 4 times, wipe front end, pinpoint down with soft tissue. Use dry writing, super chrome ink. What is super chrome ink? The Parker Pen Co. Oh, this says Parker 51 Special, so who said that? Head full of ideas. Parker 51 Special. There it is. I don't know why I couldn't read that before. I don't know if that's going to show up in here or not. So there you go. Head full of ideas, you win. Parker 51 Special. So there you go. Great writing pen. I love the feel. The size of it is really nice. Just an all-arounder. All-arounder. Just got hit with 5 mid-roll ads in a row. Wow. How long were they, Josh? How long were the ads? Were they 15 seconds, 30 seconds, minute? That's bad. I am sorry, guys. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it yet. They're working on it. So, Parker 51 Special. All right, here's the, this is the tuck away that I showed y'all the other day, which is what made me want to get these out. 30 seconds each, that's brutal. Sorry, Josh, I hate that. I guess they're still working on what we're going to be able to do with that. As far as those ads go, we'll see if we have a choice in being able to turn those off or something, because I would hate that. Like, I don't mind the front end ads, get them in one time, be done with it. After that, just dropping them in the middle randomly is very, very awkward. So yeah, would y'all please let me know? No, this is the first pen, so Parker 51 Special. The Schaefer Tuckaway that I showed on Tuesday, which is probably, this is my most used vintage pen. Schmevelin, thank you so much. Whoa, amazing. That's awesome. Thank you, Schmevelin. That's so nice. So this is my most used vintage pen because I love the nib on it. I will ink this up. I will do a review of this pen. So we're going to keep this pen out because that's probably my favorite vintage. So there's a Parker Vacuumatic, which I got this from Martin at Martin's Pens. He's the one I always recommend people to go to at pen shows because he restores all his pens himself. So I know they're in great quality, really great shape. You know, you love the materials of the vac, right? It's just stunning looking, really cool, kind of gray. Again, you know, you can most of the vacs you'll see will be blue stripes with gold trim or green stripes with gold trim. I found one with silver trim, which is what I prefer. Still have gold nibs though. So this is another great writing pen, and I love the barrel. Like, how can you not just love a pen that looks like this? It's really cool. That's my style of pen. I don't know what nib is on this one. I don't have my loop in here, and I don't remember, but it's really nice. It's got the kind of the long arrow nib design. They have a bunch of different nib designs. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. But this one's cool. It's got the long arrow up towards the nib. It's kind of plain, but it's really, really cool if you could see it even better. So there's 2 Parkers. Oh, let's go ahead and do my 3rd Parker. This is I only have 3 vintage Parkers. This is my favorite. This is the Golden Web. This is the one that Mike bought for me. Loop cam for next feed. Yeah, I don't have it in here. I could run and go get it. This is my favorite, even though I don't use it the most. It's a little particular, like filling and writing with it. But this is the Vacuumatic Golden Web. This is one of my favorite all-time patterns. Like I say, I don't necessarily like gold. Rich Sticks, thanks for the sub. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Gifting out the subs this morning. It's got very fragile threads here. Subaquatic, we got a gift. We got gift subs going. Y'all are amazing. This one's a little bit fragile in the threading right here. Like you can tell it's like a 1/8 of a turn because these threads are pretty shot. And in the cap too. So watch. This is as far as it goes to to uncap it. So it's a little bit dangerous for that. Subaquatic toaster. Did I say that? I said that one right. I'm anti-ad. Well, thank you, Schmevelin. I appreciate that. I just really hate what they did with the mid-roll stuff. We'll see. They're trialing it right now, and apparently it's active. So this one writes great. Mike bought this for me. This is the pen that Mike played with the ink filling mechanism here. So this has like the little vac pop out, and this is the one that Mike popped out. Mike bought this for me in secret and was playing with this at the dealer's table, and it was inked up, and he went and shot the ink on the dealer's table. So if you've heard us talk about that experience before, this is that pen. But I love it. It's really great. Again, I think I've only ever used like Waterman inks in these. I'm just like super careful with that. Mid-roll ads are totally evil, especially when you can't control them as the creator. I should be able to control whether you get mid-rolled ads or not. And it would be not. That's a fact. Spicy Party Mix, thanks for the follow. But look at that material. Isn't that great? This is a really good example of the barrel of the Golden Web. All PR all the time. That's right. So, like I said, really the only kind of weird damage is in the threads, which is to be expected, right? Because that's where you're activating the pen. So let's go PR Private Reserve. Here's another Tucky. I don't use this one as much. I don't know why. It's a really cool color. So it has the short clip. I think I've called these military clips in the past before, but these aren't necessarily the military clips. The military clips are the ones that go over the top, I think. You know, I'm not a vintage expert. You know, someone else can clarify that for me. But I like the short clips on these. But I forget the exact terminology for this. It was explained to me once, but I forget. So there you go. May not be any PR to buy soon. They going out of business. So this is another little guy. Yeah, the stripy one's cool. I like the nib on this one though. The nib on this one's much finer, and this is a fine nib, but this one's kind of got, you can see, let's see if we can get this one in. I don't know. This one has a little bit of a turnip on the nib, turnips. It's not gonna let me show it. So let's see if we can see it here. No, you can't really see it. But it kind of goes up just a little bit like my fingertips, right? So. Oh, Darla from PR died the other day. Was she the one that was going to the pen shows? that I'd meet like at Baltimore, like she was at the Baltimore Pen Show. Was that her? Calatorgo. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. So same type of vac filler. Whoops. Or pump filler. I don't know what you call these. Liver disease. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that stinks. I mean, Sir Jerkface, it is your name. Like, so yeah, that's that Tucky, which I don't use as much as this one. This one is money. Burger Son 823. That is cool. Thank you so much. Last Schaefer. Is this one a balance? Is this one called a balance? I don't know. That's the other thing about vintage. I don't know all the names. This is the bigger full size Schaefer. And I bought it at the same time as this tuckaway. So when I was, this was at the Arkansas Pen Show like 3 years ago. The Bylers, Mike and his brother's name that I can't remember. They were right behind me and they restored all these pens. So I bought this one and this one from him. It's got a great nib. I would buy a snorkel. I just haven't found one that I liked yet. This is another great writer. Look how pretty that nib is. Sorry I can't get it in there really nicely. Oh, almost. Almost. Look at that. Awesome nib. Really great shape. I haven't inked this one up in a while. So, you know, it looks like a larger size pen. I guess back in, you know, whenever these were made, this was probably considered, you know, at worst medium size, but probably on the larger side. They make a bigger ones than this. But when you uncap it, it's a pretty normal size. And this green just really pops. This one's in awesome shape, which is why I bought it. Like, you can really see the color on there. Dana trio sized? Yeah, not quite. I need to bring my small Danny in here to show y'all what they think a small pen is. But yeah, isn't that pretty? So I like these stripes, you know, on the Schaefers. Very pretty. I don't remember who I bought this one from. But I bought these at the same time. And then, yeah, that's it for this pen case. So those are good. That's good stuff. Like, that's kind of all I need, right? I'm not going to go and try to get like all the sizes of the vac. I like the vintage 51s, but I don't need all the colors, you know, and most of them don't have the silver trim, or the ones that I do, you know, they're just not in great shape. Maybe I'll buy one of the new ones when it comes out. The golden web, there's one other color of the golden web that's much, much more rare. I can't even remember if it's kind of greenish or silverish, if I'm not mistaken. You know, that's something I could look into, you know, one day. The two Schaefer tuckaways, and then the balance. I think it's called the balance. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. I really don't know. Yeah, so this pen, this is my favorite out of the batch because of the line, but every one of these writes well. You know, these are your standard kind of like a traditional fine medium line. They're not too wide. I haven't written with this one in a while, and this one's kind of like a medium line. But this one I'm going to keep out to ink up. I should probably review it just because I love it so much. It's like my favorite. So we'll put those back in. And we'll open up this other case. This other case has a bunch of pens that I haven't used in a while, if ever. Like, there might be some pens in this next case that I've never used. Because I bought them just because it was like a batch for sale, right? It was a batch of pens from a vendor. It's almost basically like buying out of a box. Has COVID impacted your review queue? Not really. It's stayed pretty flush. Maybe if like 4 months ago or so, it was a little bit different because things weren't actively being shipped. But right now, not at all. You want a vintage Pilot Falcon? Is there such a thing as a vintage Pilot Falcon? If there is, I want one. How long is my review queue? Infinite. It's actually not hugely long right now. I have more in the hands of the reviewers than I do myself. Like, I've sent out some really good stuff to the review crew, so we're covered for at least the next month or so. Maybe 2 months with review products, and that's not counting myself. So, yeah. If y'all were late, this is EXB Pins, EXB Pin Wraps, Elizabeth Bowling. You can go check out her work online. And maybe she has an Etsy shop. I have like 3 or 4 of her pin wraps. They're really great. I mean, look at that. She uses these cool materials. Yeah, you should check her out if you're looking for like a different type of pin storage. You did post her site early? Sorry, Tony, I missed that. Thank you. All right, so let's get into this other case. And this is Claire's. I don't think she has a site. She just sells them at pen shows. I don't know if she has an Etsy shop. I think she did at one point, but I'm not sure if she still does or not. But you can get them from her at pen shows. This is Hipster Beaver, which Hipster Lumberjack Beaver. I mean, hello. How can you not have Hipster Lumberjack Beaver? I mean, look at this guy. So yeah, she does a great job. Super cool fabrics. So yeah, and you can't get one apparently. All right, so let's see what we got here. There's some random stuff in here. Stuff I don't know a lot about, stuff I've never used, and stuff I don't know a lot about. So check this out. I have one of the fancy silk ones too. I have an orange one, orange and green. So it looks like a Parker 51, right? But you can tell the clip is different right here. But the same general idea with the pin. And oh, look. Is this a Pilot? I think this one's a Pilot. I have some that are Sailors. I need to get my loop. Can y'all see that? I can't see it. I think it says Pilot. So yeah. Ooh, why do you have a bronze thing next to my name? I think someone gifted you a sub yesterday. I think right when you left yesterday, because we were all complaining about ads. And they're again rampant today. This sounds funny. Oh, probably because it's a sack. Yeah, it's a sack. So there's a sack in there. It's pretty much stuck. It's a lever filler. So you probably just pull it straight out. Yep, there you go. Instead of twisting it like I was. So it's a lever filler. I need to ink this up. I have never inked this pen up because I don't know what it is. Is it a Pilot? Do y'all want me to go get my loop so I'm not crazy here? I'm just trying to get the lighting right. Is this nib flexy? Yeah, this is a pretty flexy nib. This is a cool old nib. So anyway, yes, please go get your loop. All right, let me go do that. It's driving me crazy. I'm sure it's driving y'all crazy too, listening to me. So my loop stays on my work desk. The addition of a loop will not make you less crazy. That's a fact. It's a fact. Yeah, okay, so this is a Pilot 14K, number 3 size nib. Warranted. So there's a warranty on this nib. So I'd like to cash in my warranty Pilot. So the thing is, I don't know what this pin is. Like, it's a Pilot made to look like a Parker 51. I don't know where it's from, what era. You know, I don't know if it works, if I can actually fill the sack with the lever. You know, it doesn't feel like I'm going to be able to get, it's like it's pushing correctly. So I've never used this pin. I could probably do something cool with the nib though, right? Because it is a little bit of a flexy nib. Yeah, so it's just one of those random things I picked up in this batch of pins that I didn't know what it was. And that's going to go for a lot of these pins. This one, no, this is another Pilot. This one I guess is similar to this last one. Is this also a Pilot? That looks like a Pilot grip. So it's got the Japanese lettering on the clip. And this is built more like the Schaefer's in the front end. I don't know what these pins are called or what. But this looks like a more normal nib, where this one looked like a flexi type nib. Yeah, and you can't read there's just a Japanese character on here. There's no other name on it. So I don't even know what this pin is. So it's just got a little hand pump fill. That I'm sure that works terribly, because it doesn't feel like it could suck in a lot of ink. But I don't even know what this is. I need to try to copy down the letters to see. So it just has, yeah, it has this clip logo on the nib, which I doubt y'all will be able to see. So I can't really tell what they are. I don't think this nib is as flexy as the other one. Yeah, it's a little bit, this is more of a standard nib. So Google Translate, yeah, I'll have to see how I can capture them. I have the Translate app on there. You think I can manage that? I bet I can't. There's no way it's going to pick that up, is there? I don't think I have enough hands to make this happen. Yeah, I didn't want to focus it. Yeah, it can't see that. It can't differentiate the color. Let's see if it can get it on the clip. This is exciting content, y'all. Thank you. It's thrilling. Take a photo, then enlarge the photo. What is even happening this morning? Yeah, I'll just draw the character into Google Translate. I'll take a picture though. Let's see, because I'm curious. It's got to be Pilot though, right? I'm guessing. Let's see. I can't get a clear image of the nib. All right, there's that. If this works, use the loop to magnify. I don't have enough hands. Yeah, it's not going to be able to read this. It's too unclear. Leave the pen on the desk. All right. What have y'all got me into this morning? we definitely need some music now, except it would be the Benny Hill song. Like this requires different music. Let's see if it'll read this picture first. No text found. All right. Let's see here. The problem is the nib is not flat, right? It's curved and the imprint is old. I've done a lot of dumb things on stream before. This one's winning, just so y'all know. That's actually a pretty clear picture. I could just send it to someone and get them to translate it for me if this doesn't work. This is riveting content, right? Good grief. What are y'all doing to me? All right. That's a pretty good picture. Let's see if we can read it. If not, I'll just send it to CY on here. I'm getting really cool Instagram pics. Yeah. Pimpstagram. All right, where's my translate app? Camera, import. Let's try it again. It doesn't like it. No text found. All right, sending it to CY. What time is it? 10:30, 10:30. Yeah, he's up. He doesn't go to bed till like 2 a.m. I shouldn't tell you all that, though. All right, where is CY? Oh, he's online too. Let's see if this works. All right. Whew. Oh, send it to CY. He's online. So let's see if we get him. What is happening here? What did this turn into? All right. I'm guessing it's pilot because look at the clip. Like that's a pilot clip, right? That's a clip that's turned modern pretty quickly. Right? With the shape, the wide up here, and then the ball nib here, ball tip. That's a straight up pilot clip. So I'm guessing it's pilot, but I have no idea. All right, let's move on to the next one and see. We'll see if he gets back to me. I don't even know what's on. This is the mega rare odd one. It may not be rare. It may not be odd. And as I say that about the last clip, but this is at least the one I find the most unique. Those clips are similar, and I think this one's a sailor. So let me look at this one. And I think this is a ebonite, where these are plastic. This feels like ebonite, and this is an eyedropper. So yeah, this one is the most unique out of all of them, I think. So this one is sailor. Can't read that main word, but it's a sailor nib. Special something. I don't know. It's just this really weird sailor, and it's an eyedropper fill. That I do know. And I've never used it. So like it's a traditional Japanese eyedropper. But I'm a little bit scared to use it. You just fill that up. I do need a fishing vest for this stream. So yeah, this would make me nervous to use, right? But I think this is the neatest pen in here. It's just a cool shape, cool design. I don't know what this nib is. This nib is like crazy firm. It's almost like a posting nib. So you can see that. Of course you can't. Why would you? So it's kind of hooded down a little bit. It's got the wings cut out on the side. Yeah. This would be a me kind of nib for sure. I don't know if you can see that nib. So it kind of points down. Pretty cool. Know nothing about this pen other than it's a Sailor. But you can tell it's like ebonite because it's kind of brownish and kind of faded and worn. It's just a really wild looking pen. I just wish I knew something about it and I don't. Again, I should just text it to see why. Next. Okay, this is at least a pretty normal pen and a more modern pen. So I have a bunch of these in here. So who makes this one? I think this one's Platinum. No, this is Sailor. So this is a Sailor pocket pen, just like the Pilot Elite. You know, these are pretty inexpensive. These are really great, cool pens for very inexpensive prices. Like, I don't know anything about these three, but I know these pocket style pens. You can get them for like $35, something like that. Brand new. I have a real long short in here somewhere. Hopefully it's in this case. I didn't check before. So I have a Sailor, a Pilot, and a Platinum here. But this is just an all-around great writing pen. Full size when you post it. Really cool looks. These are the ones I wish they'd bring back and do in all kinds of colors. I don't know if there's a nib size on here. F1, whatever that means. But this looks brand new. I don't think it's ever been inked. Oh, this one, I guess it has been inked because it's not a cartridge fill. It's a little bladder guy here, aerometric filler. So I'm guessing it was inked, but boy, it's in great shape. Like this is one I need to ink up and use, right? I'd be comfortable using this like all the time. Like how cool is that design? Just great. And like I said, you can get these for like $30-$40 pretty commonly. I think I got some more. I don't know which is which. So this is a Platinum one. They definitely like, I don't know who did it first, but Platinum, Sailor, and Pilot essentially made all the same pen at the same time. Does anyone know who was first? Pilot Elite ended up becoming the most famous, but they're all essentially the same. So this is a Platinum model. Also, this one doesn't look like it's ever been inked. It's crystal clear on the inside, or at least it was cleaned properly. Let's see. $18K, and I guess the size is in Japanese. There's some Japanese writing on here. I can't tell. It's not very fine though. It looks like it's at least a fine or a medium. It's broader than the Sailor one that's in here. But yeah, like these are super cheap and super fun. Let's get out the other ones. I know I have some more of these. Yeah, we'll do these. So here's a Pilot. So here's one of each, right? Pilot, Sailor, Platinum. Like, can you really tell the difference? You know, you kind of can't. So Pilot Elite. This is the one that stuck around the longest. This is the one that Tessa shared the picture of the other day with, you know, all the different colors. It's got a more hooded nib style than an integrated nib style like the Platinum, right? It's got a little bit different nib style there. And let's see. So again, the little arometric filler. I think all the modern ones are cartridge filler, right? I think. So the Pilot's a little bit longer. But you could use it without posting it. It's definitely longer. I like this little sticker on here, and I'm normally like take a sticker off, but all these old vintage stickers, it does get in the way. You should be able to put a cartridge in the platinum one. Will those things come out? Yep. Thank you. Boom. There you go. Thank you, Tony. Will it come out the Sailor one? I wonder if they come out of all these. Now I gotta check. So this is the Sailor. Yep. Oh, and it looks like the same Sailor coupler, so that's good. Yeah, so I don't even think they'd ship with these anymore. They're just cartridges. And then I got one more over here. I think it's a Sailor. Let me look. I just want to see if all these come out. The Pilot may not. No, the Pilot may not. I think the Pilot's in there. Pilot does that on some of their pins. All right, this last one I think is a Sailor as well. These are one of the cool color ones. Like these, like seriously, these are not any more expensive than any of these regular of the black ones. You can get these like this blue color. They have the pink color that's pretty popular. This one has a real needle on it. Mark Backus sent me this one, I remember, because he wanted me to have this nib. And I don't think this is a nib he manipulated. I think this is just how it came. You really can't see. But yeah, again, super cool. I've written with this one plenty. This is interesting and hilarious. I agree. Ambassador for Christ. I agree. Interesting and hilarious. So let's see here. Just says 14K. I don't know. I've used this one before. It does write like crazy. You are definitely not the only one. So welcome to the channel. Loop action. Yeah. I had to check out this one nib and see. So I know I've used this one before. This is probably my favorite because it's color, right? You know, the Platinum, the Pilot Elite, like that's the classic. Like all these are the classic style pins, right? But these, like seriously, like $25 for like a 14 karat gold Sailor pocket pin. Actually, I'm gonna take this one out and I'm gonna ink this one up because how cool is that? That wasn't CY, that was Brian. Look at this nib. It's like a paper clip. So can y'all see that? It kind of winds around. I know you can't get a good glimpse of that, but like it comes all the way back under itself like a paper clip. That's pretty wild looking. Now I want to go ink up my pocket pins. Yeah, I'm keeping this one out. I'm keeping these two out so far. I may hold off on the tuck away because I don't need both. Well, then you need like one of these pocket pins with the extra fine nibs for note cards. But yeah, that's what this one is. I'm gonna ink this one up later. All right, this one's in the same category. This is actually a real, a legitimate Pilot long short, right? Which I'd never seen one of these. I bought it in the group with all of these other pens. The G207, you can get the G2 in 0.38. So like if you want to write really, really small, you can get the same pen, but in 0.38. So yeah, I don't know why this isn't more of a thing, like JVK is saying. This is the genius idea. This one is actually called, like Sarah was mentioned before, the long short. So this is Pilot made these, right? So you pull it out it has like a telescoping barrel, and then the cap goes on the back here, and you can have it longer or shorter, hence the name. But even in its fully longest position, it's not overly long, but you really kind of want it down there like that. So I don't know if this was the precursor to the Elite. I kind of think it was, but I wouldn't bet money on that. And then just unscrew it here. Aerometric filler, from Pilot. I don't know if I've ever inked this one up, so I'm not sure how good this filler works or how well this filler works. But yeah, this one is their long short model, and it's very, very cool. And again, I think these are still pretty cheap, but they're more expensive than these other pocket styles. Just because you don't see them as much. It's not that they're a great pen or super rare or anything like that. You just find so many more of these pocket styles. This one wasn't as common. Pilot 14K 585. Yeah, doesn't say what nib size it is, but it's interesting nonetheless. So that's my first and only true long short. So it's a pretty neat pen to have, just kind of unique in how the barrel is made to telescope. And it's kind of weird how smooth it is. Like, for as old as this pen is, you think it would be kind of rickety, but it's not. It feels like it could work today. These next two, let's see, what do we got here? Oh, that's a modern pen that snuck in here. This one isn't supposed to be here. I think this just came in with this batch of pens that I bought, so I threw it together. It's a platinum multi-pen. This is the basic, Pilot. But this one's like from the 70s or 80s, or hell, it might even be the 90s. But it's a ballpoint and pencil multi-pen. So gravity, mechanism, you just turn it to whichever side you want. So pencil on this side, and then ballpoint on this side. So this is Pilot. But I don't know what year these were made. It seems like it's like a 70s or 80s thing, right? Double barrel, D1, mechanical pencil. Let's see if it has an eraser. It's shaped like it should have an eraser. But this just came in this group of pens that I bought. Yeah, it's got room for an eraser there. It doesn't have one. I've never used this pen. I'm sure it doesn't work. But cool little clip mechanism there. So pretty nice. All right, last one is that the last one? Last one is an OG Vanishing Point that I've never gotten to work. It's got some funky mechanics, but I don't know around the time frame this one was made. But it's just a really cool, unique design. So it's got the retractable nib right there. That's as far out as it comes. Whoops. I don't know if you can see that. So that's about as far out as it comes. I don't know if that's right or not. There's the underneath. So there's the trapdoor mechanism. Pop it back in there. It's just a cool old example. I just don't know if it works. Look at that. So that's the mechanism. So that's the mechanism. How does this come out? I don't know. I'll probably break this trying to take it apart. Oh, there it goes. So I don't know what this little disc here is. I don't know if that's broken or how it's supposed to be. So I've never used this pen. You can see the nib there. It's a neat shape. Like a little spear. So I don't know what year this is from. It's definitely, older and around the time of some of the first ones, but I don't know how old or anything. But it's just kind of cool. I'm not sure how to get this back in. There we go. So yeah, I should try to play with this. I don't know. It's a little interesting. It's like a little off kilter. I don't know. Yeah, glad you dropped by. We do this twice a week. We talk about pens. Head over to penaddict.com. You'll find all the crazy stuff. That's it. That's the entirety of my vintage collection. Like, why would you do that? There's a blog. There's a podcast. No Kaweco pen. Oh, head full of ideas. I do have more vintage pens. Yeah, I have 2 Kaweco pistons. I know exactly where those are. Do I need to go get those? I guess those count for this too. So what do you use for pens the most? Yes. Like, there's no better answer than that. Seriously, go to penaddict.com/top5. You'll get an idea. Like, that's it. And you'll see why that's impossible to answer. Like, I'm not being coy. Like, you should go look, and then you'll know why. Oh yeah, I see why he can't answer that question. But like, what pen are you using today is about the only easily answerable question for me these days. So there you go. No table of contents. That's on the list, Tony. It's on the list. Don't you forget. So I do have, I do a lot of writing, mostly notes and a little bit of journaling. I write for my job. My job is to write about pens. So I write for my job in that way. So I have 2 Kawecos, maybe 3. I might have 3 vintage Kawecos. One, like, that's the sport style. That's the skinny style. I can go get those if you want, but maybe we should just save those for another day so I don't have to get up and escape again. So yeah, there's those pen cases. Calligraphy, not too much. You know, I don't do too much just general calligraphy. Not really my thing. Oh, and then this is the antithesis of the modern pen. This is actually the pen I've been using today. The Shown Design kind of reject pen that I think is just beautiful. So it's 2 different materials that didn't match up. So this has my brass grip Yovo nib in there. So yeah, this is pretty much the antithesis of every pen that I took out before. But still, right, these pens want to party together. Like, these hang out. It's the same idea. I haven't got one of the rollerball sections, but I have one of the rollerball sections in general. So yeah, I need to get one. Just bought a Copper Pocket 6. Yeah, those are cool. So yeah, I just have a standard nib. I have an Architect nib that Gina did that I put in here sometimes. But this is just a standard fine nib, maybe. And I inked this up with a Midori Traveler's blue-black ink cartridge, and it is pretty much pitch black. I'm wondering what's up with that. If anyone has ever used the Traveler's ink cartridges before. And I bought the blue-black ones, and I was going to test it, and it's just black. Like, it's just straight up black. I see no blue in it at all. So we'll see. Whatever. Your hammered brass Shown is taking on some patina. I should get one of those hammered ones. Ian's working on some crazy new stuff. Y'all should be following him. I know you already are, but like I mentioned, we talked, I don't know, a week and a half ago now at this point. Pay attention. He's got some stuff. That's as much as I can say. All right, Elizabeth has to use the printer in here, so Brian's stealthily watching me taking crap pictures. Hi, Brian. So this one's titled "How to Look Like a Big Dork." So thanks, Brian. What is she printing? I don't know. She's in class right now. You hear it? I'll put that on Instagram today, Brian. Oh wait, did we get an answer from CY? No. We could just put this as the stream music, right? All right, so I haven't heard back from CY. How's Elizabeth today? She's doing great. She's having a real good day. So, very happy about that. Check the Kickstarter status one last time. All right. Let's see here. You missed the stream where we put names on the wall. Where were they for? We were just joking around one day. What if people donated bits and I wrote their names? So people were donating bits and I was writing their names, but I don't want to I don't want to make that a habit. I mean, I'll write names. I don't need to be paid to write people's names. I will say Thunder Viking, I know it's kind of out of focus right now. When I was moving these over here, I think I wrote your name the best. That's my favorite one. So, just so you know. How much to place a big mic head over the shoulder? Mike can order one. By the way, the Twisby Eco Cement Gray is really nice. Yeah. I got to decide what to do with that. It's sitting on my desk. Unopened. Deciding. Do I need to... Yeah, I think so, Sarah. It's kind of fun. But we need to, like, kind of... I don't know. More to think about it. I almost want to do more like a whiteboard thing. Yeah, I love that Toby's up there. I think that was Elizabeth's idea. Kickstarter. So we all need to have a big head shipped to my house and you'll put it up? Maybe. I would probably do that. Just don't do them this big. That's too big. It's actually harder to manage. That's 2 foot by 2 foot. All right, here comes Elizabeth. You want to say hi to stream or are you in the middle of class? All right, we're still in review. Hang on. See? So there you go. We're still in the review stage. So, all right, what were we printing, Elizabeth?
My schedule.
Your schedule for what?
Like my times and stuff.
For just your classes?
Mm-hmm.
So you know when to go into Zooms. So you have to go into Zooms now for all of your... for your quarantine schedule. So is this your quarantine schedule?
No, it's just regular school schedule.
Regular school schedule.
It got cut off somehow.
Let's see. Well, you need to orient it when you print it. Say do it in landscape. That way it'll print like this.
I'm gonna go do that real quick.
Okay. Well, everyone says hi. Everyone says hi.
I'll be back.
All right, she'll be back. Is that a promise or a threat? That was definitely a threat. Did you see her face? Completely a threat. All right. Go print again so I can't talk while we dance to the printer sounds.
Sorry.
That's a good kid, y'all. Elizabeth is the best name. All right. So, I have a, what brand of printer do you use? I don't know. Canon POS? I don't know. It's nothing special. Whatever was cheapest. Because how often are we really printing? Like, the kids need it for random. I don't know that I've ever used this printer besides for like an Amazon return label. All right, here we go.
gonna take longer now.
Why?
Because it's a long way. Well, I don't know.
It's just a slow. Yeah, what brand of printer do you use? The one that was like $30. That's the brand that we used. Beats it. It does beat a dot matrix sound. Whew. We got an amateur leading the U.S. Open, gang. That's pretty cool to see. Davis Thompson, hell of a player.
Did it again.
Oh, then you got to say fit to one page. This is great. Teaching my daughter how to use the printer. Yeah, say fit to, if it's going to bother you, say fit to one page. Or fit to page, whatever it says. Oh, when I was in IT at Rico, we had one of the old, I don't even know what you would call that printer, but it would basically print off these invoices, and it was just like, you know, it was as big as a refrigerator or two. And it was like one of the main jobs was like dealing with that printer, with the jobs that would get stuck in that printer. It was like a full-time, if you manage that printer, it was like one of your full-time jobs. Rico, you have bad Rico equipment at your office, Patrick? Rico was based in New Jersey. Rico to Kyocera went back because Rico was terrible. Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that, but I wouldn't doubt it. OSU guys, yeah, Charles House started off well, and then Fowler, Wolf, and Hovland are in a threesome together later today. They're all playing together, and I don't know who Noren's playing with, but they did an OSU group. That looked like it worked. Did it not work?
And the side's still cut off. And the top part. Doesn't look like it on here though.
Let's see. Let's see. Scale.
It looks fine on there, but when
It does look
prints-
fine. Color, rocket line, colors one. No. Let's try that. Oh, did that take off the other one?
Yeah.
I think they just did a terrible job creating this document.
Well, it was like a thing when you like click off of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a picture.
All right, let's do that. That should help. All right. Let's see if we got it. Oh, I see. It's an image. Yeah.
What's Cami anyways?
Some terrible app, I'm sure.
Thanks.
All right.
I'm sure everybody missed me.
Hey, how about them Yankees? Yeah, everyone did miss you. They were just making sure. They were worried about you, how you're feeling quarantined at home, worried about you worrying about getting the COVID. But you didn't. So, hey, good morning, Evan. But you didn't. You're good. You're just quarantined until Thursday. You go back, right? So you're
1 week.
stuck in the house all weekend. Can't leave.
No
Can't go
partying.
anywhere. No big parties. Yeah, so she's doing the best. Rough first day. Yeah, that's kind of what we had. One of our printers get composted. It was all for invoices. We had just basically had to feed it boxes of paper that were together, then rip them.
Pretty sure I have class right now, but I'll just wait
All right.
until this is done.
Is it gonna work this time?
Yeah, it looks like it.
All right. Cool, bro.
Cool buttons.
All right. What else do we need to talk about, chat? Oh, what I was gonna say, I have a podcast at 1 today. I had one last night at 8:30. We did something a little bit different. You'll get to hear that. Penanic members will get to hear that in, I don't know, 2 months or so when it comes up in the queue. And yeah, that's what I got going on. Basically watching the Kickstarter to see if it'll get released today. If it does, did it work? Good. All right, glad I could be of some assistance. You're welcome.
Third time's a charm.
Yep, third time's a charm. Yeah, that's where we're at. Oh, that's a good question, Arthador. I have not used it. I need to. It's just sitting there with all my cleaning supplies, and I just haven't used it to fill up an ink, and I just need to do it. I forget. I get so fast sometimes. I was like, I just need this ink and this pen, and then forget about using that syringe. So I need to test it. It's gotta work. It looks like it has to work. It feels like it has to work, but yeah, I do wanna get that out. Gina's episode was so good. I appreciate that. That was Tony's idea, if you didn't know. I had a quick turnaround, and I was like, when I was pressured to think of who to ask, and Tony goes, "How about Gina?" I was like, sold. Brad, have you ever tried re-waxing the wax canvas stuff? I have not. I don't think that would do good on this one because this is a micro canvas. It's a very thin weave. Whereas opposed to, like, say you have a wax canvas jacket that could get re-waxed, it's a heavier, denser material. In this case, I don't think it would do well with that, to be perfectly honest. Is it bad that wax canvas isn't my jam? No. Some people flat out hate it. In this case, yeah, some people don't like the texture of it, the feel. It's a paraffin wax, so it can feel a little funky. Like, some people just don't like it, and they're just mega lint magnets. But yeah, you can like whatever you want. It's definitely a lot of people's not a lot of people's jams, but it is a lot of people's jams. So yeah, there you go. Just like some people don't like retro 51s. Like, I get why you don't like retro 51s. You don't have to like them. More unicorn barf. I don't know what next color we'll do. We'll eventually have some wild color. I really want to make a yellow exterior case, but I want the interior to be red, and I don't know if that's like frowned upon because it would be very like China. Like, I would have to answer a lot of like China propaganda questions. But I really want a yellow exterior case, like a bright sunshine yellow. But I don't want to put purple on the inside because we've done too much purple recently. I don't want to do blue because we've done blue recently. Green would be okay. We do a lot of green though, so I'm just trying to do something different. Yeah, it wouldn't look like I wouldn't make it look like FSU at all. It would be more like hot dog. Yeah, it'd be more like mustard and ketchup. There is never too much purple. I agree, which is why we made so many purple things, right? So honestly, yellow and light gray interior would be pretty cool. That's on my short list for next year, is due to red and yellow as hot dog stand. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I really love the yellow nylon that we use. I've just never done it. Light gray liner for yellow. Are you questioning me? Oh, okay, you were recommending. Yeah, I kind of think that's pretty fresh. I think that would be good. We could do. Nah, red thread wouldn't look good with that. Lavender Links, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Reverse clay sunshine. We're doing clay and sand. Lookouts and fodder stacks are coming. Why have you not made a Brasstown and hot dog colors? We should do that. Damn it, Thor. Now I'm going to have to do red interior, right? I didn't even consider that. Somehow Twitch knew you were into fountain pens. Well, you're in the right place. I'm about to wrap it up for today, but I stream every Tuesday and Thursday morning. We talk about pens. Like, we just went through these 2 whole pen wraps of pens. So you can go back and watch the VOD. But yeah, come hang out. Yellow with orange. Bauhaus colors. Yeah, think about that. I don't know. We've never done a yellow exterior in any of the cases, and I think that would be cool. Oh, good. Thanks, Lavender. So yeah, you're familiar. You know what's up. Have you done a primary colors combo? No, but I like that idea. That's that would be the hot dog on a stick version. So we could have the hot dog version, hot dog on a stick version. Isn't that what that chain is called out in California? That's the red, yellow, and blue. All I remember is that dog video. Was it that dog? That band? If anyone gets that, Jerkface might get that. Green zipper is relish. Now you're talking. Ooh, yeah. I couldn't go totally bun colored exterior. Yellow exterior seems like it'd be constantly dirty. It would. That's why we haven't done it before. But I would still do it. The pencil case is yellow outside. Yeah, but it's not the bright yellow. It's more of a golden yellow. So I almost don't count that. Like that was created to be a pencil, right? So this one would be just yellow. This would be like sunshine yellow. Nylon. But we'll be able to talk about this a bunch. If this Kickstarter goes well, we'll be able to build out some colors here on stream. We did do the yellow Coleman, but that's pack cloth interior or pack cloth material that we used for the exterior. I want to do the 1000D nylon Cordura. Would you ever consider doing a Stormtrooper colorway for some cases? I could see the Lookout or the Penvelope. White exterior, black interior. I'd have a harder time with black exterior, white interior. I could do the smaller cases, white, black. Yeah, I'm okay with not keeping it clean. Like, that's just one of those things you have to know going into it. You're buying a white case. Like, I wouldn't make like 1,000,000 of them and think I'm going to sell them all. It'd be like a small run. But I think the Lookout, the way it would have the black stitching on the outside, right? The 3-pin stitching on the slots and on the flap holder, the band loop on the front would have black stitching on it. And then you open it up and it would be all black. It would just say you'd have that pop of black on the black interior on the top and still be white on the bottom. I think the Lookout's kind of the perfect case to showcase white and black Stormtrooper look, because most of the other cases would be very, very white on the exterior, and I think the Lookout could break it up enough to where it might work. I'm actually gonna write that one down. You have a white exterior fodder stack. Those get mega dirty. But I guess all the white ones do get dirty. But yeah, hopefully, later this year we'll be able to plan out some cases on our own. Let's see. So we need. I really do not love this ink I chose. It's supposed to be blue-black, but it's black. So we need a Lookout. All right. Steel mango is always the best. Yeah. I should watch and see if they do do a white rainbow Brasstown. That would be cool. It'd be like a cloud. Watermelon green, red, black zips. That's not a bad idea. Our green exterior cases do better than I ever thought they would. Like, I knew it'd be good, but I'm always impressed with how much people like green. People big fans of the green. So hold all these thoughts because I'm not going to be able to do anything with these right now because I'll have clay and sandstone lookouts, violet and black lookouts, clay and sandstone fodder stacks, black pencil case. All of that's coming before any of this stuff. If we succeed on our Kickstarter, and I think we will. So let's cross your fingers. Y'all do a Kickstarter rain dance for me today. It says, is there going to be a food theme case Kickstarter in the future? I don't know. I'll never say never to Kickstarter. Like, I would try to avoid Kickstarter if I can. This time I need it. I need to pay for these in advance. After that, I think we'll be kind of in a better workflow situation where we could just do pre-orders or something like that. Smaller. I need this one to be bigger. So y'all work on that Kickstarter thing for me. I'll keep checking it all day afternoon. If they free it up before 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, I'll probably launch it tonight. If not, it'll just launch tomorrow if it gets through today. Don't worry about missing the launch because there's not an early bird that's going to sell out. It's just Brasstown level, Sinclair level, buy both level, and it's just the one price for each. So you're not going to miss out. If I launch it, there's not going to be something early that you need to jump in and grab. I don't like doing that. So don't sweat that. It'll be up for 30 days. So you'll have plenty of time. You're not going to miss anything if you miss the launch. So hopefully it does it today. Will you be offering the wax canvas cases after the Kickstarter on an ongoing basis? Yes, but not this interior color. This interior color is just going to be for this Kickstarter. And then eventually we'll do some other ones for the site, but not this one. Does that make sense? It's all... Are you saying the case options? So this is a wax canvas exterior, nylon interior. There's not going to be nylon other options of the cases for this Kickstarter. I mean, Patrick, I'll have some extras, right? But I'm not going to... this is just going to be kind of a Kickstarter case. And there'll eventually be different wax canvas cases in the future. So that's the thing. I can put these things in the project, but I like to put them in the FAQ. And one of the dumb things that Kickstarter does is you can't write the FAQ till after the project launches. It's one of the very, very strange decisions that I'll never understand why they do that. I can write them in the project, that's fine, but I'd rather have them in the FAQ. All right, I'm going to jump, gang, and I'll be around. I'll let y'all know. Will we be able to get more than one of each? Yeah, you'll be able to add on the price for however many you want. There's a combo pack. So if you order the combo pack, and I'll write this all in there. If you order the combo pack, you can add in the price of the discounted price for multiples. Anything after the combo. So, well, I'll write it on there. But yeah, you can order as many cases as you want. All right. That's it. I'm going to take off. Y'all will see me around. Hopefully, you'll see me launching a Kickstarter project later. If not, we'll try again tomorrow. So, thanks again for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. We'll talk to you later.